I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Wins. What a pleasure it is to be here at the 36th annual Baie Peninsula Mining Conference. Thank you to our good friends at Brook Construction, High Tech Communications, and Western Petroleum for bringing this conversation to life. They understand the importance that every voice matters. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Hi, I'm Brian Wright. I work at Eastern Analytical, and we're the only mining lab in this side of basically Quebec.
Talk to me about what analytics looks like in the mining industry.
Well, we are providing all these local mining companies with their results on their copper, lead, zinc, silver, gold is in any of their samples.
How big would the company be? How big would Eastern Analytics be?
We've peaked out probably around 80, 90 employees.
Is that right?
Currently, right now, we're probably running around 50.
Okay, and what kind of employees, what do people do? What kind of backgrounds do they have?
Basically, full spectrum. We basically have people, we receive samples as rock core, and we crush the rock and pulverize the rock into a powder. And then it goes to the lab for analysis, which involves fire assay for gold, which means it's actually like fire. It's a 2,000 degree furnace that we weigh the sample with chemicals, and we merge it all together into a lead button and then a silver bead, and then that goes to the lab for, basically it's all reduced into a liquid at the end.
Okay.
So that's how, and we have multiple instruments, atomic absorption spectrometers. So we use those for the silver and the gold and our ore grade assays. So,
is there any AI in the conversation?
Not as of
not yet, eh?
No.
Yeah.
We also have we do a ICP testing, which is ICP 34, which gives you 34 different elements. So it's the same basic idea. We use a 4-acid digestion, and we reduce the sample into a solution. The sample is then fed through an ICP, which is an intercoupled plasma unit, which is an instrument that has a 10,000 degree torch.
Okay.
That the sample, the liquid, is passed through the flame, and the computer will give you a different reading for 34 different elements.
How long has the company been in operation?
We've been Eastern Analytical since 1987.
Okay, so
Yes.
been around a while.
Been around a while.
Right. So when a mining company comes in, they give you a series of samples. That's from drilling in different sites. Kind of determine where the vein might be.
Yeah, well, it could be drilling. It could be we do soil samples.
Okay.
Most projects start out as probably soil sampling.
Yeah.
So you're just bringing in the actual top, Baie rising soils. So then if you get readings in that, a lot of times then they'll go back and they'll do channel samples and get down closer, and then possibly drilling.
Right.
So then we could get all these different stages up to sample.
It must be exciting to give the results back to a client.
Yeah, especially when they're good.
Yeah.
Right? But then you get some people that everything they got they think is gold.
Right.
Especially some people that are new to it.
Right.
Like prospector type. And they're like, oh, that's guaranteed, that's gold. It's like, okay, it's less than 5. It was not gold.
Yeah.
But then they don't really want to.
Right. Yeah.
Sort of that part. But yes, but there's a lot of cases that you're excited to.
Sure.
You look at their results, it's like, wow, that's good.
That's pretty good.
And then they're excited to get it, and it'll end up basically being reported and affects their stocks in the stock market. So.
Wow. Talk to me about the show. Has the show been good for you?
Yeah. It's been. I really like the layout this year because it's all in one location. Whereas some years have been bumping from one building to the next. So this is a way to keep the layout, I think.
Yeah. I find shows of this scale are great because you can really have some good conversations with people, right? It's a size that allows that to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's been and everyone, we always like coming to the Baie Money Conference because you can't beat the Baie food.
Right.
You got lobsters and steaks.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the winner one for.
Listen, Brian, thanks very much for telling us all about the interesting work that Eastern Analytics does and how long you've sort of been in this sector and the excitement that awaits you into the future.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yep.